Reporting suspected or known child abuse is not only a moral obligation, it's a legal obligation. Us as citizens of the state of Florida are required by law to report any known or suspected child abuse. When you're receiving disclosure from a child, you need to be cognizant of the fact that this child has decided to trust you with something that is very secret to them, that they're afraid to disclose, or information that they've not told anyone else. So you need to make sure when the child is talking to you that you're sincere, you're compassionate, and you're allowing them to tell their story at their own rate. Understanding you may not need to question them about anything or try to get details, because what they're giving you may be all they're willing to tell at that time. You don't need all of the information, just what they're willing to tell. If you actually discovered yourself or someone that you know have knowledge of it, one of the things you would need to do is to, at that point, remove a child from that situation if you discover it, but you need to make a report. That's by calling the 1-800 abuse hotline number or calling 911. If you're in the middle of that situation, I would say dial 911, get that child somewhere safe. But you need to make sure that you are making a report. And the third way with child abuse, if you suspect it, all you have to do is have a reasonable suspicion. If you know a child and suddenly that child behavior or demeanor or look or something like that changes and you suspect that something's going on, you don't have to have firsthand knowledge that you've seen it. Just that something is going on with that child, if you have information like that child's name, the address, and you don't have to catch anyone in the act, it's just a suspicion itself that something's going on, then you need to report it and let the professionals take it from there. And the ways of you reporting child abuse is by calling the Florida Abuse Hotline at 1-800-96-ABUSE. Or if you call there and you're sitting on hold too long, they do have an online reporting. You can go to the department's website, and there's a link there that you can go to that will allow you to do a web-based reporting. Or if it's that urgent of a situation and it needs to be reported immediately, you can dial 911 and report the child abuse. When you're reporting abuse, you need to have some basic information. The child's name, if you have it, child's address, the parent's name, the name of the alleged perpetrator. Also, if the child goes to a school or a daycare, if you have that information, the more information you can provide, it's the better we have of locating this child. So, and also, you can do an anonymous report, but at some point they may need more additional information you can provide. So leave your name and your number and where you can be located at. If you know others who have knowledge of this information also, leave that contact information, because that might be another source to be able to help this child. And last but not least, I want to talk about some common misconceptions of why people do not report child abuse. I need everybody to understand that it's all of our job, because it takes a village with these children to protect them. So it's all of our responsibility to report. And some people was like, oh, somebody else will report it, or I want to mind my business, or I don't want anybody to know that I've called it in. But you got to remember, even if the same report gets called in by 3 different people, that means somebody other than you has seen what's going on, and it leads more credence to what's going on. Either way it goes, even if you are the only person, because everybody else may be thinking like you, oh, somebody else will report it, and that child may get missed because you're not willing to step up and do your part. We're all mandated reporters. So even if the same report gets called in 3 or 4 times, do your part and be part of the solution and not the problem.